Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You could look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now give left side. And he's out in the clear. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. So some fireworks there to start this ball game, Brock. One play, and we already have our first touchdown.
And this just may be the kind of game it's going to turn out to be. Both teams have such quick strike ability. But, boy, on the other side of the field, the coaches have to be wondering, why? Why this team wasn't ready to go? That's a big letdown to begin a football game.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing off the play fake here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Ready?
Running for the marker on second. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Gets this to Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He finds Johnson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Working inside the red zone. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
Warriors 70.
They'll throw it again. That's incomplete left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ready, ready.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's the handoff. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to the link right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They have second and pretty long here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They'll come up first and 10. Back to the well again. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group and he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
They give it to him again.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that makes it 4th down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
They go play action on 1st. Makes the play working the sideline, but it takes him out right at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Dragon 60.
Now on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Here we go. Trap.
Setting up a throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
18. Pioneer.
And you're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. Down to the 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by Julian Blackman. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
On 1st down, they'll run.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. This time it's a passing play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 28. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Hits his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And the defender comes away with it. And the Eagles make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. Play action on first down. He throws a bullet to the center. They get it right back. That's intercepted.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the final play of our first half.
65 catch, 65. Tag. Mustang 19. Ready?
A final throw before the break. He's looking deep once again. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
Ready up.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Gotta be lying.
It's 2nd and 8.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
2nd and 8. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Ready? Let go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Ready?
Looking to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Field goal team running out as the Chiefs will go for 3. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Here's Smith on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing. Finds a man right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line.
Ready?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Get it.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback.
This is caught inside the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Complete out to the right side. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for 2.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Aggressive until the end, Brock. They could have kicked it for an 8-point advantage. Instead, went for 2 in the 2-score lead and ultimately unsuccessful.
Okay, enough. You and I use this word aggressive enough. And it's great in certain play calling, and we love shots down the field, but make this an 8-point game. Like, that's not aggressive. To me, I'm sorry, that's foolish. Make this an 8-point game. That is stepping over the lines of reason for me.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Ready. Let go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Going ground on 1st and goal. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. 2nd and 3. Getting out to his left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here we go with Jamal Charles. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Montana fights loose. Montana, never a great runner of the football, but he's got a first down there.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. James Harrison with a sack. He still has it into his 40s. Now Montana. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking deep for his tight end, Gates. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one went.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A 1st down carry here for Charles. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles, 36 yards. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Johnson, 68 yards. And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score 6-7.
Here's Montana to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Malik Neighbors, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have regained the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
And what did we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Johnson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. On first down, it's Charles again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Charles. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. To throw is Montana. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Stewart. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here's Stewart to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 7 yards there and a first down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
65 catch. Nothing 19.
They'll try and throw it with Stewart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And they'll toss it wide side. Jamal Charles. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They run over center with Charles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. They will look to throw. Montana. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Going underneath for Charles. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Going to try to throw for it with Montana. Throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Stewart sets to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a...
He's got a man complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Calvin Johnson, 35 yards. And the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Shotgun. Here's Montana. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
First down, Chiefs.
Back to throw. He finds his man. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Stewart. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Oh, it still won't go down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On third down, here's Jones. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.